Finding that perfect Christmas book to read during the season is a very special part of many people's celebration of Christmas. Having that secret treasure that you can sneak in a few minutes here and there for during the bustle and hustle between the pies and the guests and the presents and the functions. Oh my. But what to read? What to read? This year we thought we'd try a fun little project that may just help you find the perfect book. So our new series of Christmas Prologues is short introductions to stories and books you may like to have as your holiday reading companions this season, or just maybe as a gift for someone special on your shopping list. We hope you enjoy. And now, today's Christmas Prologue from Story Link Radio. Home in Time for Christmas by Heather Graham. Centuries ago, by a scaffold in Manhattan, rose petals drifted gently to the ground, like snow on a wintry Massachusetts night. Melody Tarleton is driving home for Christmas when a man clad in Revolutionary War-era costume appears out of nowhere right in the path of her car. Shaken, she takes in the injured stranger, listening with concern to Jake Mallory's fantastic claim that he's a Patriot soldier sentenced to death by British authorities. The last thing he remembers is the tug of the noose. Safe at her parents' house, Melody concocts a story to explain the handsome holiday guest with the courtly manners, the strange clothes, and a nasty bump on the head. Mark, her close friend who wishes he were more, is skeptical, and her family is fascinated, though not half so fascinated as Melody herself. Jake is passionate, charming, and utterly unlike anyone she's ever met. Can he really be who he claims? And can a man from the distant past be the future she truly longs for? With the aid of enchanted petals, ancient potions, and the peculiar magic of the season, Melody and Jake embark on an unimaginable Christmas adventure and discover a love that transcends time. Prologue, A Winter's Day. New York City, Christmastide, 1776. Perhaps it was fitting that it should be such a cold and bitter yet stunning day. Jake Mallory took a minute to appreciate the awesome glory of the morning. The heavens were an extravagant shade of blue. Light puffs of soft clouds were slipping by. The sun, a golden orb, was en route to a high point in the sky as the early hours of the morning defied the darkness of the passing night. It was indeed a beautiful day. A fine day to die. They had all known it, known they might be called upon to die. All of them who agreed that the colonies must break from Mother Britain. All those who had set pen to paper and signed the Declaration of Independence. All those who had led the armies. All those who had fought and spied. Not that spying had actually been his intent. He was a soldier. Well, he hadn't exactly wanted to be a soldier either. Such an enterprise had not been in his intent in life. He was a newspaperman, or at least that was what he had intended to be. Writing was his passion. His home was the small town of Gloucester, but even there, as in all the surrounding towns, the talk had been about politics, about breaking away. And then there had been the Boston Tea Party. Blood had been spilled. He believed deeply in the freedom and the equality of man. That and, of course, the editorials he had written regarding the need for the colonies to break free were what had brought him to stand here today. In the taverns of Boston, he had gotten to know many a man handy with a pamphlet, such as John Adams, who in turn had introduced him to another John, Hancock. He had become involved with men to whom the written word was a weapon, and handling such a weapon had led to his carrying a different kind of weapon, and, quite sadly really, to getting caught. There was the rub. Getting caught. Men far too old to be soldiers knew that they would hang if captured by the British if their cause failed. So here he was today, up on the scaffold. Truly such a deplorable state of affairs. Well, he had written well and sown rampant seeds of rebellion. He had taken to the field, running missions. He had picked up a gun as well. He was guilty of sedition, so they said. Words on paper could shout loudly, and his had been heard far and wide. There was a precedent for his death. He wouldn't be the first to die here, hanged for his loyalty to a fledgling nation. Nathan Hale had died just a few months back. Hale had died heroically. Jake could only hope now that he could do the same. Looking at the sky, one could almost pray for a miracle. There was such awe and wonder in the beauty of the sky. But there weren't going to be any miracles. The British were firmly entrenched in the city. No sudden horde of rebels was suddenly going to break through the ranks of lobster backs and save him. Nor was it likely that Hempton, the British major in charge of his fate, would find any way to suggest that they pardon their captive for the holiday. The holiday. It was almost Christmas. Thank you for listening to today's Christmas prologue. To find this great selection for yourself, visit your local bookstore or library, or Amazon, of course, or visit overdrive.com to read a digital version for free. The title and author are listed in the description of this video. Please explore our channel for lots more great stories. If you enjoyed, we hope you'll tell your friends about us. Tweet, post, ring, ping, whatever it takes. And remember to subscribe and click the alert bell to be notified of new releases from StoryLink Radio. Merry Christmas, everyone.